start a recording, and I'll do that, Adam, just to give you guys something afterwards in case you want to go back and look at something. And of course, you've got a copy of this slideshow as well. But what I'll cover in 15 minutes for you guys, just to get you up and running, is the basics of Snapshot, some intermediate and advanced stuff that you can look at once you get up and running. A quick slide on other stuff, and of course, some questions. It's informal, Jen, so you can ask me at any time. Just go, Pete, Stuart here. What about this? Pete, Adam here, and then we can get up and running. Just quickly, your roles, Jen. Stuart, what's your role? Where do you sit in the business?
So I'm I guess you would say managing director.
Shame.
And yeah, so if you ask what my needs would be, it's really just to be able to oversee all the, well, there's several financial aspects of the business at a glance, and I think that's the
brilliant
product that you. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Adam, your side?
I would be the sales manager for the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see the more specifics.
Good stuff. So you would love Snapshot, and Victor, I know your area as well. Cool. All right, let's get cracking. The whole reason that Snapshot is probably the fastest growing BR tool, dashboarding tool in 4 markets, gents, is quite simply because it's plug and play. Your partner downloads it from our website. They connect your database. You've got 14 days to play with it. And without you doing anything, Adam, you get access to a batch of dashboards that you can filter and play with. So that means there's very little upskilling cost to getting valuable data out of your particular accounting. But there's more than that, which I'll cover in the intermediate and advanced. Let's just start with the basics. You've obviously done the installation, Victor, so that's cool. In case you need to go back and look at the installation manual or actually download, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch across to our website and show you where some of this stuff is for the future. So this is our website, Stuart, and that's snapshotbr.com. And where your partner would have downloaded, they would have downloaded from here in the downloads page. And then they would have used this installation manager. So if you're on an unlimited license, Stuart, then you can, and you guys know what you're doing, you can always go and grab a copy of Snapshot from here. There's the installation instructions, and there is the download of the getting started manual, which we'll cover briefly now. So that's pretty easy. When you log in, initially it's admin and reporting admin, and that gives you, Victor, all the administration rights. I'll quickly show you how you can change that as well. From a resource point of view, gentlemen, I sincerely suggest you have a look at our FAQs. So switching back to the website, remember we're recording this, so if I go quickly, that's just because everyone is busy in life. Come across to customers, hit the FAQ button over there, and you can run through installation and licensing using Snapshot, some general FAQs, and vendor specific. Snapshot works across a number of vendors, Victor, so you may not find something relating to you, but you may. So all cool there. And then there's the download, the getting started manual there. Have you downloaded that and run through that at all, Victor? Or was it just the training that you started?
No, I've downloaded, and then I'll just go through it a bit later.
Awesome. Okay, so you're already one step ahead. Cool. Okay, so what I would do with all of our customers is the very first step on Snapshot is, of course, is give you a quick high-level view of Snapshot. So what you're looking at here, Adam, is all the dashboards that are instantly available to you right now using listen to me, Sage Evolution. These are underneath something called community dashboards. So you have a batch. Now notice down at the bottom here, I have connected to a vendor here in Australia called Cyber's Vision, but it makes no difference whether this is Sage Evolution, Cyber's Vision, ABM, or the Malaysian partners. It's the same principles. You'll see slightly different dashboards, but today's session is more about giving you a high level. So community dashboards, on your side, Adam, you would love the sales dashboards. There's a whole range of sales dashboards that you would go through, okay? And to actually access those dashboards, what you would do is you go across to settings. Victor, you would add in the individuals within the business, again, depending on your licensing. So you would add in a Stuart, if he's not already in, a James, an Adam, and so on. You'd add them as users, give them a sign-on name, and then when you've done that, gentlemen, you would give them permissions. So, for example, Susan, she might be in sales, but you might not want Susan to see the general ledger dashboards. For example, these profit and losses, 5 segment, but you might want Susan in sales to get all of the all sales, all time, all sales territory. You decide, Victor, who gets to see what, or yourself, Stuart. Are you with me? So step number 1, setting up your users, and you can set up roles as well. Now, all of this is explained, as you've already seen there, in the Getting Started manual, which you download. So here is the add in roles, users, and permissions, roles, and then add in the permissions. All of that is explained there. So it's pretty quick and easy. And I'll also show you, if you get stuck, Victor, on how to get support. So that is the first step, is setting up users and permission. And then the second thing is, I'm just going to open, and probably the one, Stuart, that people love, and certainly for you, Adam, the people that love, I'm going to open a sales dashboard. And the reason I'm going to do that, gents, is to give you the principles of any dashboard. So, Stuart, have you looked, Adam, have you looked at any sales dashboards at all at this time?
There were a few that, this was quite a few weeks ago, so I can't remember exactly the ones I looked at, but there were quite a few that were very, very applicable to us.
Cool. Cool. And do you have sales reps in different parts of South Africa?
Yes, we've got them spread out across all the major centers.
Cool. So what I would suggest you do is you start obviously with Snapshot inside the head office first, Stuart, get people happy, and then you add those teams as you want to do it, which is pretty easy. And that just means that you guys champion as such. But let's choose this one here, the all sales, all time. I just simply click on it. Depending on the dashboard, you can change the parameters. And in this case, let's just change this to 2010, just to give us a bit of data. And that'll go into my live Sage Evolution and produce a snapshot of the sales, all sales within the business as of that particular date. So, of course, Adam, there's a whole batch of different sales dashboards. But this one, again, is just to show you the principles. And here are the principles. First of all, every dashboard has the name up at the top. Here on the left, you decide how often you want this dashboard to refresh from the financial data. So you might only want this once every hour. You might want it every minute. A profit and loss dashboard, Stuart, you might only want daily, for example. Okay? Here on the right, depending on the dashboard, you can reset the parameters of that dashboard on the fly. Not every dashboard has that, but that's what that icon is there. So I could change that to 2011, for example, and that'll change it. You won't obviously see a mark change, but I could bring that down to the last week and so on. In this particular dashboard, Adam, I don't need to change the parameters there. What I can do is I can drag this down at the bottom, and I can change and say, show me all the sales from February 2015, and the snapshot will then change. So there's a few ways to get that particular data. Okay, so with me so far, gents?
Yep.
Cool. Then these are dashboard items. So this speedometer is a dashboard item. This bar chart is a dashboard item. These territory sales, of course, Victor, yours will show provincial sales, and it'll be reflecting the data in your Sage. So mine is relating to an Australian database. Here's sales by product code, but you'll have the same layout. It'll just reflect different data. And these dashboard items, depending on how the system is set up, are interrelated. So if I click on this particular bar chart here, let's say we're not happy with September 2014. Can you see there, Adam? I just simply click on that, and the entire snapshot will then show me all of the sales in 2014 in the different provinces, by the customer sort code, by the product code, which items were sold, and of course, which customers bought. So did you see what I said?
Yeah, okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
And then I can revert that snapshot, Victor, back to the original by clicking on this little button, clear master filter, back to normal.
Okay, yeah.
The same on this. Click on the territory sales, it changes the whole dashboard. Click on master filter, you're back on track to the original dashboard. Same by product code, back to the original. Okay, so then the other principle is table-based information in these dashboard items. So remember, dashboard item, dashboard item, dashboard item. You can sort on any of these dashboard items as you want to do that, Adam. So your sales team will love that. They don't have to go and drive the financial team mad. But also they can get very specific on the filtering. So remember, I sort, but then if I hover it over here, can you see where I'm clicking on this little filter? I can say, show me all of the item sales where the quantity is equal to, greater than, less than. It's entirely up to me as the person, and I can then change that as I want. So all of those options are available there as well. If I come across to the customer and I say, look, from a sales value, I'm really not happy with AF Timber. If I click on AF Timber, it'll now show me all of the sales from AF Timber in terms of the item sales, sales by product, sales by date relating to AF Timber, and then which territory. And I clear the master filter again. Gents, how does that sound so far?
Sounds good.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Okay, I have now pretty much shown you the getting started manual, viewing and opening your dashboards, dashboards in other categories, community dashboards, and just to rephrase, to reiterate, all of these are instantly available to you here in and under the community dashboards. Now, what's a custom dashboard, okay? Well, when you get a little bit more organized, let me just check that I've covered everything for you. Open your first dashboard. What happens if my data looks funny? Sometimes what happens, Stuart, is people say to me, the information in this particular dashboard, let's just say we pick up a purchasing dashboard, and let's say we look at the outstanding purchase order lines, okay? Somebody might come to me, Stuart, and say, hang on, this is missing data. Well, often what the case is that the data within your financial system could be wrong, because all Snapshot does, gents, is it's a viewing platform. So it's only going to show you the information within Sage Evo. So if data looks wrong, it's probably a data problem within your Evo. Does that make sense, Victor?
Yeah, makes sense.
It may not be a case with you. I'm just giving you a heads up on some of the FAQs that come our way. Okay. Now, what will sometimes happen is you may, Stuart or Adam, love a particular dashboard, but you say, in actual fact, I want that sales dashboard that you just showed me now. Let's go to that sales dashboard, all sales, all time. But I don't want all of that data, or I might want to add some data, or I might want to change it. Well, you can customize that dashboard within your business with a little bit of training. And how we do that is we click on that dashboard. I go to copy dashboard there. Can you see that, Adam?
Yes.
I then see the message that says it's been copied to the custom dashboard tab. I go across to the custom dashboard tab. I go to sales. I then look at the copy. There it is. And now I can choose to edit that custom dashboard with a little bit of training. Now, gents, this is not instant. What you need to do is you need to go to Snapshot, the website again. You need to go to the downloads page. And if you've got the people in your organization that are interested in this, then what you can do is you can teach yourself to actually customize your dashboards. And how you do that is downloading the intermediate part. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Under the customer training, getting started training. And here is the download of the getting started training manual for customizing dashboards. So you can follow that path, Victor, if you've got the interest in doing that. What a lot of customers do all over, the 4 countries is they say, okay, I understand it. I'll do the basics, but often they get their partners to do it. It's entirely up to you. At least you know you've got the functionality to do that. Are you with me?
No, with you.
So let's go choose that all sales, all time. I click on the edit custom dashboard. I call this Victor's dashboard.
Yeah.
And I can give it a description. And now I'm going to click on the edit dashboard loud. Now, Stuart, don't have a condenser because it's going to open up something that looks overwhelming. But I assure you, if you have the interest in your business, you can learn how to customize these. So quickly, what I can do with that dashboard, now note, Adam, there's no data here. That's because I need to change the parameters. Let's change that to 2010. Submit the data, and suddenly you can see the data. But let's say you're not interested in the sales by customer sort code, Adam. Well, you simply click on that dashboard item. I delete it, and there it's gone. You might not care about the sales by product code. I click on that dashboard item. I delete it. It's gone. I can insert, depending on my training, different pies. So you see there, I clicked on insert there, and here's the pie. And then I can start, Victor, to actually add the fields from my Sage Evo into that pie chart. So I can add the custom code here. I can add it in the values, and that pie chart starts to reflect the data that I'm looking to show. I can add groups into that value, and so I can start to customize the information. But I assure you, gents, what you will find is under the community dashboard, you'll probably find 80% of your dashboarding needs are instantly met. Stuart, why is that useful for you? Because we've done the heavy lifting for you and your partners. You can actually get a lot of information without having to spend too much time, but you can get to very specific reports using your partner if and when you're ready. Does that make sense, Stuart?
Yeah, definitely does.
So I can then save this dashboard, and that can be a customized dashboard. Now, gents, I'm not going to spend time on this. Here's the data sources. Here's the data items. This is the dashboard layout. I can move things around. I can have a lot of fun if I'm so inclined. Not everybody's inclined, and you may not care about this, but at least you've got the ability to do it. With me?
With you. Thanks.
Peter, question. Stuart, if so Victor's dashboard that he's configured, is that then available for everybody to see, or would that be just for Victor to see? I guess that's kind of open information at that stage.
Great question. So let's close that dashboard. We don't care about it. We're not saving it. When Victor saves the dashboard, okay, then he can go into the settings and he goes to the user permissions and he makes that applicable to an individual. That might be you, Stuart. It might just be him. You decide on the permissions.
Okay.
That dashboard there, gents, will now only be under the custom dashboard, okay? And what you can do then is take a combination of the community dashboards and a combination of the custom dashboards. You can choose that dashboard. You can right-click like I'm doing now, and I can add to favorites. And once that's done there, all of my dashboards when I log in can be here. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I can also, Stuart, I might, as the managing director, only give a rat about one dashboard. Well, when I click in on home, I can actually see it says here, no default dashboard. You need to right click on a dashboard and set the default. So I'll go to any one of those dashboards. That might be you, Adam. You might want that as your default. You right click on it, set as your home dashboard. And now when you log in, that's the one that's instantly visible to me. Got it, Adam?
Yeah, understood.
Okay. Sorry, gents, I'm being quite firm and running through it because, you know, your time's valuable, our time's valuable. All of this stuff is ready for you. I just want to give you the overall principle. But of course, I'm not going to go through all of these dashboards because you need to go through them and see which ones of them are valuable and which ones are not. And then when they are valuable, save them to your favorites and you have an instant return on investment across that. Happy with that, Adam? Did I lose you, gents?
Yeah, we're back.
How far did I get to?
Setting the custom dashboard.
Did you see what I did there? So I just choose, let's say the gross profit item was important. I go click set as my home dashboard. When I log in, that'll be the dashboard that's now relevant.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
so gents, that is, I'm sure I haven't lost you there. That is the high level. That's the basics. That's the customizing dashboards. And there are also videos, Victor, if you're getting so excited and you want to get divorced, you can watch these at home. Go across to customers, go to customer training, and there's 2 videos there that we've put into play for our customers that are interested in this. And the one is shows you a dashboard designer introduction, and then there is the filtering options. there's more advanced functionality which is available only to partners. So the difference between a partner version of Snapshot, Victor, and a customer version is you can customize dashboards, but you can't create brand new dashboards from scratch. Now, that's because there's SQL knowledge that's required. And we do have a couple of customers all over the world that are fairly large that really have been allowed to have that access. But majority of customers just sit with their partner and say, now I want you to actually, create a scratch board from scratch. Now, where Stuart, this is very cool, is these dashboards from scratch. You can pull a dashboard from a SQL payroll. You can pull information from a conferencing system. You can pull information from a CRM system, and you can have all of them on one dashboard. And that becomes a very, very useful tool. So you're not limited to the power of Snapshot just with Sage Evo. Snapshot becomes a platform for all of your future dashboarding. And that's why I get so excited about Snapshot, Victor, because you start here, but who knows where you end up? You're not limited. Did you get that, Victor?
Got it, yes.
All right. So cool. So we're in intermediate and advanced customizing dashboard. I've given you a view here. I suggest your partner involvement there if you don't have the skills. The reason I suggest that is they do it every day. You might only do it once a month. The time to customize a dashboard might cost you 5 hours, might cost them an hour. You make those decisions. New dashboards, partners get involved. And then when you're ready, you can allocate those salespeople sitting there down in Bloemfontein, Adam. You can give them access to web dashboards, and that's available again on our Snapshot website. Go across to the downloads. It's a free add-on module. Your partner will download and connect it. Here it is over here. Download the Snapshot web version. What that does for you, Stuart, is it gives you access to dashboards, but via a browser or via tablet. Okay.
Brilliant.
So you get used to it. Now, I must warn you right now that our customers aren't overly excited about that web dashboards. Now, that's because they probably don't use it right. For example, Victor, you can't take a dashboard that you see on your desktop and expect that dashboard to be the same cool dashboard on the web dashboards module, because it's a different real estate space. So you need to create custom dashboards for tablets or for browsers. Does that make sense, Victor?
Yep, makes sense.
Because you can't use a dashboard on an iPhone and expect it to be as responsive. So often what customers do is they might produce, Adam, the one key, statistic in a dashboard that the salesperson might want. Are you with me?
Yeah.
All right, moving on to support. Of course, we support our customers as part of the subscription. There's a few support tips there that I'd love you to look at. Here underneath the Snapshot support, you just have a look at that, and you can email or call us. Our partners on the ground will help you, but we are also available. You just simply email us. If we really need to team view or call you, we will. We often find support is negligible because it's only a viewing platform. If you need to send us large files, then you send us large files here. And here's a support tip, which you can read in your own time. So that gives you an idea. And web unlocks. What might also happen occasionally, Victor, you might need to web unlock. So we may have an upgrade or something. When you log in, it might say your license is not valid. Just simply load a new license by using the web unlock. You'll get to use that. If you need help, you just simply email us again. It's just a future tip. So, gentlemen, I've covered the basics. I've covered the intermediate and advanced. And then other stuff you need to know. It's a monthly or annual subscription. There's a single user, there's a 5 user, there's a 6 to 20 user, there's a 21 to unlimited. You can upgrade, downgrade, and you can cancel anytime. Victor, I'm not sure what your subscription started at. I think you were at a 6 to 20. I can't remember. So
5 users at the moment.
Okay, cool. And of course, your subscription includes support. You need to set up a stop order or debit order in Australia. It depends on what you call it. In South Africa, we call them stop orders. So, Victor, you just need to set up a stop order into our South African account, and that gives you the power to cancel at any time. And there's no lock-in contracts. So, And you need to set that up so that you can get our support as well. Are you happy with that?
Yeah. Do you send us paperwork for that, or how do we go about doing
It's
that?
on that original form, but I'll just simply send it to you. You just simply take our bank details. We have a South African bank account, and you simply then set up the stop order and go for it. And as I say, then you're in control of it.
Okay, 100%.
And then, gentlemen, some of these other, I'll give us a chance for questions. The one application that I'd suggest you look at, Stuart, which you'd love, is Cash Manager in Time. That's a fantastic tool. Works on the same principles as Snapshot. Download, connect the database. You can automate your debtors. You can set up budgets and what-if budgets, and you can do cash flow analysis within minutes. So that's a very sexy tool. Time Plus you guys can't use. Neither can you use Data Automate or Zoho because they're not set up for Sage as such. So just giving you a bit of an idea. And then, gentlemen, I think I am done here. Please excuse me for powering through, but as I say, I'm pretty sure I've given you a very good foundation there, Victor. So maybe I'll start with you. Do you have any questions there?
None, Pete.
Are you happy with that? Does it?
Adam,
Yeah, Adam?
Sorry, I just have a question. So would we be able to access this remotely? So can I, sit at a hospital and or at a client's and go onto Snapshot and work on it while I'm waiting for a meeting, or must I be in the office in order for it to be working?
There's two ways around that, Adam. You can use terminal server or remote server, which I don't know if you guys have got that set up in your business. Do you have that?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so that's easy. Then all that happens is you set that up, or get, Zeta's Consult, you set that up, and you just simply log in via your normal TS or remote server and then log into Snapshot. So that's one way. The other way is using the web dashboards option.
Sorry, Peter, before we talk about the web-based, so logging on remotely, if I have my customized dashboards and favorite dashboards on my computer under Snapshots, if I then log on remotely to use the one that's put on the server for me, does that link up to my profile, and does it remember all my custom and favorite dashboards, or will it not do that?
It does exactly that, because a Snapshot has two databases. So it creates a local dashboard, and that includes your custom dashboards, and it retains a copy on your server. Now, the one important thing as well, Stuart, is with Snapshot, by the way, Snapshot never sends any data anywhere. The data remains with you. What it does send is the framework of the dashboards. So where this becomes very useful is, imagine if you lost your server, God forbid. All you would have to do is download a new copy of Snapshot, re-register. It'll download all of your dashboards, including the custom dashboards, repopulate, and you'd be up and running quickly.
Awesome.
Okay.
Hopefully you never have to use that functionality.
So, Peter, sorry, Stuart, I just on the financial aspect. So there's no in Snapshot as it is, we can't access debtors book and cash flow and that kind of thing.
No, it's not set up. Well, let me rephrase that. It depends on what you want. So, for example, if you want to set up a custom dashboard which shows you information which is being captured within Sage Evo, then yes, you can do that. But you might find, and I'm not sure if you have gone through how many of these, you might find there's a number of snapshots here that give you the information that you want. So, for example, here's a top 10 customers. There's out of stock instances. There's inventory valuation. It depends on what you're looking for, Stuart.
Okay.
So you'd have to review through that information. If it's around cash flow and budgeting, then Cash Manager would be a better option for you. But you may find that it's quite easy to create that dashboard and you don't need Cash Manager. It's about understanding your needs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Peter. I think we've got a lot of planning to do.
Stuart, does it look like a product that could be quite useful for you guys?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're quite keen to give it a go. So we'll do that, and we'll find out soon enough. But I think so.
Good stuff, gentlemen. Any other final questions?
None from my side.
No, none from mine either.
Great.
Thank you, Peter.
It's an absolute pleasure. As you get up and running, I'm absolutely certain that you will need our help short term. Make sure you've gone through the Getting Started manual. Make sure you've gone through the FAQs. Then start using our email service. That means we can certainly help you guys. Of course, there is ZS Consulting as our partner there as well.
Yes.
Gentlemen, I am done. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday and Friday. I'm off to have my first beer, whereas you gents have to have coffee.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, Peter. Lovely. Thanks so much.
Have a great day. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Bye.